Yo, what it do, Go Gang? Russ back with another video, man. Today we're going to be doing another rebuild. Not really a rebuild, so to say. If y'all are in the mix of like 2K, I'm not 2K, NBA Twitter and shit like that, man, y'all know about these AD trades that's been going around for the Mavericks for a little minute. Ever since, he's been injured and Nico Harrison got fired the other day. He's been a mix of some trade. So today we're gonna be doing a couple mock trades for AD. If y'all in the mix of like the NBA Twitters and stuff like that, man, y'all done seen the AD trades getting posted around ever since that Nico Harrison firing on the Mavericks. Which, as a Mavericks fan, not gonna lie to you, I'm glad that dude gone, because I was tired of him on the team. And I mean, as a GM anyway, after the Luka trade. But we're gonna do a couple trades that the Yahoo Sports have put online, and a couple I've seen on Twitter. We mainly gonna go off the Yahoo Sports one as best as possible. Obviously, it's not gonna be super realistic. We're gonna try to keep it as close to the mock trade they have online. So we're gonna start at the first trade. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Hold on, let me pull it up for y'all. So for the first one, we're gonna do this Hawks trade. We're gonna do AD for Noel, Porzingis, Luke Kennard, 2 first. And as y'all can probably see when I pull up the game, hold on, give me 1 second. We're gonna go back to the game real quick. As y'all can see, nobody's injured right now, and I turned off injuries too. I honestly want to make this like no injuries. It's only be a 1 season rebuild. I'm not rebuild, but 1 season like follow through of the trade after it happens. At the beginning of the season, if it was like the off season, nothing happened, no changes happened, whatever the case may be. So we're gonna make these trades, and then we're gonna see how each team does at the end of the year. And Kyrie's back, so it's gonna have a full team here. Right now it says it's a legal trade because there's too many players on the Mavericks. So we're gonna trade the worst players on the team. So like Exum, and we'll do Exum, and like I traded Caleb Martin. I did like a pre thing of doing this, and I traded Caleb Martin. I think I'm gonna do the same thing again because I really don't like him on the team anyway. So we'll do this trade right here. Add the trade exceptions. Yep. Make the trade. And when the trade is complete. So this is what the new look in Mavericks look like. We got Kyrie running the 1, Klay Thompson at the 2, Kuplak at 3, Noel at the 4. They have a no 4 for real. I mean, they can run like KP at the 4, I guess. But I'm not gonna change anything. I'm gonna let the AI do what they need to do. Speaking of that, I'm gonna go ahead and change that real quick. I'm gonna let the AI do what it needs to do. I'm not gonna touch anything really. All right, so we made it where the teams are fully automated. I'm not gonna touch anything. So this is the new look Mavs right here. I'm gonna show y'all that one more time. We got the new look Mavs. KP starting at the 5. We're gonna have Derek Lively and Gafford coming off the bench. I really don't like that. I'm gonna let KP run the 4 because I don't like both of them coming off the bench like that. It's kind of crazy. So let's change this real quick because it don't look right. So yeah, we'll put KP at the 4. I guess that's how they'll run it. That's a very tall lineup at the backcourt. But yeah, we run it like this. So they got Derek Lively at the 5, KP at the 4, Kuplak at the 3. This is a good, hey, they're not a bad team, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna let them do how they want to do, and we'll go to the Hawks real quick. Let's look at the new look Hawks. New look Hawks looking pretty interesting. They got Trae Young at the 1, Dyson Daniels at the 2, Riche at the 3, Davis at the 4, Conwu at the 5. So that's not a bad lineup. We'll see who plays the best. We're gonna push it to the halfway point, or if they play before the trade deadline, we'll stop it there. But I think they don't play before the trade deadline. So I'll see y'all at the trade deadline. All right, y'all. So we are at the halfway point of the season. The Mavericks are sitting at the first in the conference, first in the power rankings at 40-11. And the Atlanta Hawks are sitting at 32-20. And as a Mavericks fan, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm happy to see it. Mavericks are over here cooking. Why? What's up with the lineup? What happened? Something happened. I'm gonna look at what happened in a second. So and then the Atlanta Hawks are second in the conference, 6 in the power rankings. Let's look at this lineup real quick. Make sure nothing weird happened over here. I don't think anything weird happened over here. But just in case, let's go to the transaction because I didn't turn trades off. So the Mavericks traded Klay Thompson for this Sam dude, but I mean, I guess it's not really hurting them too much because, I mean, they still cooking. So they went for a dude that's shooting worse than I'm assuming Klay is, surprisingly. And let's see what the Atlanta Hawks did real quick. Atlanta Hawks didn't really make any trades, so okay, that's cool. But the Mavericks are sitting at a better point right now, man. They are cooking. They're cooking right now. Let's look at these stats. So we got Kyrie dropping 27, KP dropping 20, Coop Flag with 16.5, D'Angelo Russell with 14, this Sam dude they picked up dropping 10, and then so on and so forth. The Atlanta Hawks, let's look what their stats looking like real quick. Mind you, no injuries are on, so these are complete season stats, by the way, because nobody's getting injured. Trae Young with 26, Anthony Davis with 22, Zach Riche with 16, Jalen Johnson with 14. So a pretty all-around good team, man. They're both competing for good playoff spots, and it's a possibility they can see each other in the finals. Let's not go to power rankings. Let me go to NBA standings. Points per game, Denver Nuggets are at the top, but the Mavericks are right behind them at second with 123.4 points per game. And the Mavericks have the best defense in the league with 106 points per possession with a 17-point differential at the first in that. Where is the Hawks at? Oh, this is the Western Conference only. Let's go here. Points per game for the Hawks. The Hawks are sitting at where are the Hawks at? Hawks are very low on points per game with at 118. Points allowed, though, they're doing pretty good defensively. Points allowed, they are top 10 defensively on points per game, on points per possession, with a 4.7 point differential, which is not that bad compared to the league, but they're not up there with the Mavericks right now. We're going to sim to the end of the, actually, no, we're not going to sim to the end because they play each other on the 10th. So let's sim to the 10th and let's see how they play against each other, man. I'm gonna see if I can jump in if it's a close enough game, which I assume it will. So I'll see y'all on 10th. All right, we are at May 10th. They are 48 and 43. I mean 48. The Mavericks are, all right, y'all, we are at May 10th. The Mavericks are sitting at 48 and 17, and the Atlanta Hawks are sitting at 43 and 21, respectively. Let's go into the same class. Let's see how close this game could be. I do want to hop in, even if they are not close. I'm gonna hop in real quick. I want to see Anthony Davis in the Atlanta Hawks uniform, and it's actually keeping it pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. This might actually be a close enough game for, to hop into. So at the end of it, man, I just end up simming the rest of it because I ain't gonna lie to you. That game wasn't even close enough to, keep interest in my opinion. But there's a bunch of, free throws towards the end of it. So they do end up playing each other again on March 18th. So the Mavericks end up losing that first matchup. Let's see if what we looking like if they when they rematch on the 18th real quick. And the Mavericks end up winning that 111 to 106. So it's damn near the same result, just 5 points more by the opposing team on the opposite side. That's crazy. So I'll see y'all at the end of the season. Let's see what both teams look like. These are the awards. If you care anything about that, Coop Flag does end up winning Rookie of the Year. And the rest of the awards right here, just in case y'all care about that. The Mavericks did end up winning both of the front office awards, being 62 and 20. First team, Atlanta Hawks do get Trae Young on the second team. I don't think anybody from either team went on the first team. Second team, third team, nobody on the third team. First team, all defensive. I'm surprised ADA isn't there, but he is on the second team. Rookie team, obviously, he's going to be there. So both teams did end up making the playoffs, both at a second seed at that. That's crazy. Let's look at these stats real quick for the Mavericks. Mavericks got led by. So the Mavericks fuck my life. So the Mavericks got led by Kyrie Irving with 27, with KP right behind him with 20, Coop Flag with 16, D'Angelo Russell with 13, Sam with 11.5, PJ with 9.5, Derek Lively with 9, so on and so forth. We go over to the Atlanta Hawks real quick. Let's see what their stats looking like. Probably around the same as they were during the season. Yeah, pretty much the same. Trae Young with 26, Anthony Davis with 22.5, Zach Riche with 16, Jalen Johnson with 15, and so on and so forth, as y'all can see. So we got a pretty good matchup, man. Let's both of them second seeds, and they both get obviously they both get the 7th seed. So they got Atlanta. So Atlanta has Indiana, and Dallas has Los Angeles. So let's stay over here on the left side. Dallas takes the first win. Indiana wins the first one over there on the right side. Dallas is up 2-0. Atlanta's down 2-0. Both teams on each side win a game. That's crazy at the same time. 2-2 over there, 3-1 over here. Dallas is up 3-1. Dallas is 3-2. Atlanta 3-2. Atlanta's up by 1 game. Atlanta end up going to the second round. They're going to be facing Cleveland over there. Dallas is facing the Clippers in game 7. Let's see. And they end up getting that dub. So it's on to the second round. Dallas has Golden State. Atlanta has Cleveland. Let's see this first game. Golden State end up winning that first game. Cleveland wins the game over there with the first game over there. It's 1-1 on the Western Conference. Dallas is up 2-1. Atlanta's down 2-1. Dallas up 3-1. 4-1 Dallas. 2-2 over here in Atlanta. No, not simulate round. Let me go down. 2 over here in Atlanta. 3-2 Cleveland. And Atlanta gets beat. Atlanta gets beat 4-2 in the second round. So we only got Dallas left in the playoffs. Dallas ends up going to the finals with Kyrie Irving leading the team with 28, 3, 4, 2 steals, shooting 50, 96, and 32 from 3. That's a really bad shooting splits for Kyrie Irving. And they going against the Miami Heat. 4-0 sweep with Dallas. Wow. Kyrie Irving. There go Kyrie Irving that you really see from him. That is Hall of Fame level scoring right there. Hall of Fame level scoring right there. 75% from the field, 100% from the free throw, 65 from the 3, shooting 26, making 26 shots a game. That boy was going crazy. So we're gonna jump over to the second team. We see the Mavericks end up winning that trade if that trade was to ever exist in the offseason before the season began. So we'll jump to the second trade. All right, y'all. For the second part of the video, man, we're going to do this Bulls trade. So they saying AD for Nikola Vucevic, Zach Collins, Isaac Okoro, and multiple firsts. We're going to see what we can cook up in the game. So let me kick over to the game real quick. All right, y'all. This is the trade right here. So we got AD. I had to throw Exum in there and the White Pal in there just so they could have the Mavericks have a less than 15-man roster because they was gonna have over 15 if we made the trade up front, like how the people put together on Yahoo. So they're gonna give us our 2026 first. They didn't specify what type of first they'll give out. They just said future first. So I mean, with how the overall's looking on this for the trade, some of these trade pieces, I think a 2026 first would be worth it for AD. You know what I mean? Especially uninjured AD. So we'll make this trade right here. I don't care if they don't accept. We're going to make that trade, and we're going to see how both teams do. So let's jump to the trade. Actually, no. Let's look at these rosters real quick. Let's see how they're going to run these type of lineups. So they're going to have Vooch. No. Yeah, nah. I'd rather have Vooch playing like the 4 or something, even though it's not really my decision. But I think it only makes sense for them to run them at the 4 or something. Why would you? You would have to move off of like Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively. You can't keep them if you're not gonna run Vooch at the 4. No cap. All right, so this is how the Mavericks are running. If I was to put Vooch at the 4, because I think that would only make sense unless they made it more trades, but that's not what we're here for. We're just here for the trades that they have on the mock trades on Yahoo Sports. So this is what they'll run. Not too bad of a lineup. They're not too big on a like overly tall of a lineup. Let's go see what the Bulls would look like with AD now on the team. So they'll have Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, AD, and Jalen Smith. Not a bad lineup. I don't know how these two teams would gel together, to be honest with you, especially the Mavericks. I feel like the Mavericks definitely would have to make more trades if they was to do that with the Bulls. But we just gonna see and see how both teams do. We'll see. I'm just curious how they'll do if they was just do straight up mock trades. So I'll see y'all at the trade deadline. All right, y'all. So I wanted to make a quick little stop, man, because I see that they was gonna play each other. I was trying to peep and see when the first time the Mavericks and the Bulls are gonna play each other. As y'all can see, the Bulls are sitting at the 4th seed in the East with a 22-16 record. The Mavericks are sitting at a 7th seed in the West with a 20-18 record. So they're both pretty mediocre teams. Not bad, not good, just mediocre in the middle. So let's see how they play each other. Really, I want to see how close this game will be real quick. And honestly, it's close off rip. It was a 1 point win by the Mavericks in the first quarter. and they keeping it very close. But running into the fourth, the Mavericks end up running away with it, 117-110 victory over the Bulls. Kyrie Irving with a 28 game, Coop Flag 22, D'Angelo Russell 18, Vooch with 13, and he's kind of playing out of position, so I don't know how good he's playing right now. Let's look at these Bulls real quick. AD with 33, 9 and 5, Kobe White with 20, Kevin Huerter with 16, Josh Giddey with 10 and 11. So pretty all around game. So I'm gonna keep on going to the trade deadline, and we're gonna see how they both look at the trade deadline. And not gonna make any trades. We're just comparing contrast teams. So I'll see y'all then. All right, y'all. So we are at the trade deadline. Well, a little bit past the trade deadline because I kind of missed the fucking stop point. So the Mavericks are sitting at 29-24, 8th in the conference on the west side, with the Bulls sitting at 29-23 on the east at 3rd in the conference. Both still very mediocre teams, but the Bulls are hedging away because the east is garbage. So we looking at AD with 23 and 3 with 10 rebounds, Kobe White with 19, Josh Giddey with 18. So yeah, the Bulls are playing a good all-around team. You know, as y'all can see, everybody scoring above pretty much double digits. Pretty much all their starters above double digits a game. Right now, Kyrie is leading the team with 25. D'Angelo Russell with 18 and a half. That's why we're not winning a lot of games, because why the fuck is D'Angelo Russell averaging 18 and a half? Vooch with 15, Coop Flag with 15, PJ with a 12. So the Mavericks, they kind of mid as hell, and I think that's going to continue to be the same way. So we're going to send them to the end of the season and see how they play. I think the Bulls are going to be the only team that really makes the playoffs, but we'll see. So I'll see y'all at the end of the season. All right, so we got another opportunity to see the Mavericks versus the Bulls real quick at the end of the season, which is actually crazy, and they sitting at damn near the same record too. Bulls are sitting at 45 and 36, and the Mavericks are sitting at 47 and 37. So we're gonna jump into this. I just want to get a couple screenshots and really see what the game look like. I'm gonna simcast a little bit, see how close they keep it, since they damn near the same record, and the Mavericks are kicking their ass. It was a tie first quarter though, but they blew their ass out in the second quarter, and that's all they needed to do because they've been running away ever since. All right, so this was the end of the box score, man. As y'all can see, the Mavericks absolutely fucking mollywopped their ass, 126-99. It wasn't even a close game, so I'm not even gonna waste y'all time by showing it. That was the end of the season. So the Mavericks end up being I think they tied with records at the end of the season with that Mavericks win. So these records, if y'all care about them. I really don't. So, you know, if y'all do, y'all can look at them and enjoy them for yourselves. Anthony Davis with the defensive first team, second team, nobody from either team, I don't believe. Obviously. So the Mavericks got the 6th seed, and the Chicago Bulls got the 4th seed in the East. Did they have the same record though? So the Bulls end up losing 3 more games than the Mavericks, but end up being like 3 seeds higher. That's East-West versus for you, you know. As I said many times throughout this video, the East is garbage, so they get a little blessed over there. So the Lakers are going to get some Mavs, so Luka can probably get his revenge games, because I don't really think the Mavericks are going to make it out the first round. I don't really think either team is, so I'm assuming this first round. The Mavericks actually do, both of them make it out the first round. Mavericks beat the Los Angeles Lakers 4-1, and the Chicago Bulls beat Atlanta 4-2. They both go to the second round. Chicago got New York, and Dallas got OKC. Let's see what goes on now for the second round. Chicago Bulls end up getting eliminated against New York, but Mavericks end up going to the conference finals against the Minnesota Timberwolves, surprisingly. I'm really surprised the Mavericks made it as far as they did. And the Mavericks are going to the finals. Wow. I'm actually really surprised by that. That's crazy. And they are going against New York Knicks, so Jalen Brunson can get his revenge story. Hold on. It's multiple revenge stories going on in this video. Can the Mavericks go for a repeat in 2 separate simulations? No, they cannot. New York Knicks and Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks end up getting the championship over the Mavericks. They cannot go repeat in 2 separate sims. That is okay, though. So it is now time for the 3rd trade of the day and the last one of the video. And it's going to be pretty wild, I think. So I'll see y'all at the next trade. All right, y'all, for the last part of the mock trades, we are going to do the Heat one. The Heat trading for AD and D'Lo for Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, and a future first. Just one singular future first is crazy, but you know what? It is what it is. So I'll see y'all in the game. Let's hop in the trade. All right, y'all. So this is the trade right here. We are going to be trading AD, D'Angelo Russell for Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, and the 2030 because they won't let me trade any other assets future first from the Miami Heat for some reason in 2K. Let's see if this go through because I don't even think I traded that. Okay, cool. So the trade went through. Let's see how the Mavericks are going to run that lineup. So they're going to run Tyler Hero at the 1, Kyrie Irving at the 2, Coop Flag at 3, Caleb Martin at the 4, which I might change some shit around because I really don't want Caleb Martin starting over. I'd rather PJ start at the 4 than Caleb Martin, to be honest with you. And that is exactly why he wasn't starting at power forward. Bro is not listed as a power forward. He was listed as just a small forward. So yeah, let's change that up. I'd rather PJ start at that position. All right, so this is the lineup now. So Tyler Hero at the 4, Kyrie at the 2, Cooper Flag at the 4, PJ at the 4. I fucked that up. Cooper at the 3, PJ at the 4, Dan Gafford at the 5, and so on and so forth. If y'all can, if y'all enjoy the team, y'all can look at that. Miami Heat, let's see how they're going to run with AD over there now, and D'Angelo Russell at that. Their team is kind of bottom heavy, not very much like guard play or guard depth if their starting point guard is 77. But hey, we'll see how they play against each other. They actually play against each other multiple times in the season, I think, or at least beginning of the season. So we'll jump to the first time they play against each other on November 24th. I'll see y'all when we get there. All right, so this is November 24th. The Mavericks are sitting at 10-8 while the Heat are at 8-9. So pretty much the same record at this a quarter way into the season, I guess. I mean, they keeping it pretty close. I mean, it's not much of a sample size to really say that right now. But I mean, honestly, going into the third is still pretty close games. I think I'm going to be able to jump into this. Unless the Mavericks run away with it, which they are. So the Mavericks end up winning 122-101. I didn't actually stay in the game. I just wanted to get a couple screenshots real quick. So Mavericks are 1 up against the Bulls, or the Heats, my bad. And they play again on December 3rd. So I'm just going to stay here and keep on talking to y'all while we wait for the game to get there. Here, Mavericks end up winning that one as well. So 2-0 sweep on the Heat because I don't think they play anymore for the rest of the season. So they don't play anymore. I'm just gonna send them to the trade deadline, compare the stats, and then we're gonna jump to the end of the season and see who makes it to the playoffs and see if either team can win the finals. So I'll see y'all at the trade deadline. All right, y'all, we are at the trade deadline. The Heat are sitting at 25-27, and the Mavericks are sitting at 30-21. So off rip, the Mavericks are winning this trade right now. Let's look at the Heat stats real quick. I want to see what's going on over here on the Heat side. Are they playing both of these guys? I don't know. They should be playing both of these guys. Somebody should be at the center. Somebody should be at the power forward. But right now, they averaging near the same stats at 20 points, 10 rebounds. So I bet they clogging up paint. Norman Powell with 18.5. D'Angelo Russell with 14. Andrew Wiggins with 13.5. So on and so forth. Let's look at these Mavericks real quick. The Mavericks are getting led by Tyler Hero with 25, Kyrie Irving with 24, Coop Flag with 15.5, Klay Thompson with 13, PJ with 11, and y'all can see the rest of the team. So that's not too bad, man. The Mavericks sitting at 8 seed, Heat is sitting at 7 seed. Let's see how they gonna end up at the end of the season. They really both just mid tier again. So yeah, I'll see y'all at the end of the season. All right, y'all, we at the end of the season. These are the awards right here. If y'all care about those, y'all can slow it down and look at those if y'all really want to. Actually, the Mavericks end up coming back at the end of the season, being the second in the conference, or third in the conference. That's actually pretty good. No cap, I wasn't expecting them to come back and go 54-28. So they gave us a little sneak peek at that. First team, nobody made the first team for the Mavericks. Second team, no. What about Heat? Oh, Bam made second team All NBA for the Heat. Nobody else on the Heat for them on the third team or second team or the first team. All defense first team, AD, obviously. Second team, nobody. So they both end up being the third seed right there, as y'all can see. Mavericks sitting at third seed, Miami Heat sitting at third seed. So they both competitive right now. And I really wasn't expecting that because if y'all remember at the end of this trade deadline, they were both sitting at, 8th and 7th seed respectively or something like that. Tyler Hero and Kyrie Irving is just passing that rock around and shooting the ball like fucking crazy. Kyrie's not shooting the best right now. Coop Flag is shooting at 28%. That is horrible. Let's see what the Heat are looking like. So at the end of the season, Anthony Davis did lead the team with 21-6, but Bam wasn't too far behind him with 24.5. Both ended up with 10 rebounds, so they are clogging the paint like fucking crazy. We're going to see how they play. We're going to jump straight into the playoffs, and we're going to sim through the first round. So both teams end up getting a 4-0 sweep. So they're in the second round, going against 2 7 seeds. They got Golden State on the West Conference and Indiana on the East Conference. Let's see how they play against each other. The Mavericks end up winning 4-2, but Miami end up getting eliminated in the East. That is crazy. They end up getting eliminated 4-2 against Indiana as a 7 seed. Honestly, I'm curious of what's going on over there. So playoff stats. Bam was leading the team with 21. You got Norman Powell with 20, AD with 20, and a good 9.5 rebound for both the bigs over there. But they end up losing to Indiana, which is the 7th seed. Is Tyrese Halliburton is back. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say, I don't know why Indiana's so good in these sims. But that makes sense. So Dallas is the only one left in the playoffs, with Tyler Hero leading the Mavericks to the finals with 32, 3.5, 5 assists, 1 steal, shooting 62, 92, and 47 from the 3. And they are going against the New York Knicks in the finals. Let's see if the Mavericks can get a dub. They do get up. Hey, I ain't mad at this timeline. If Mavericks can go win a championship, behind AD trade to the Heat, I ain't mad at it. Tyler Hero end up winning the finals MVP for the Mavericks, and they go 2-3 throughout these 3 trade sims after trading AD, which isn't bad. Ain't bad at all. I ain't mad at it. I want to thank y'all for watching the video, man. It is all for today. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We out.